Hang on, guys. James Crisp is in the house. Good to see you, man. Fishy Things, good to see you too. Pulling out your hole. You're damn right, Fishy Things. Look at my microphone's working. Cut some of this wind. Not that it should be too bad. Holy crap, boys. Oh. All right, you guys hear me all right? Hey, Mandy's Candy, good to see you. Mid-South, good to see you, buddy. Do I have a story for you guys? Hey, Scotland's in the house. Good to see you, man. Yes. So I got here to the old Icehole. I haven't been to this spot in quite a while. And I went here worried that we wouldn't have enough ice at my other spot. And I just had to drill through a little over 2 feet of ice just to make a hole. Hey, Gene. Good to see you, Gene. So we're going to be improvising today, kind of like we did last time. We're only drilling one hole because I'm not going through that again. And the problem is out there on the ice, I can't read the chat at all. So I hopped up here in the gazebo. And we have the tip-up flag is out there with the bucket. I don't know if you guys can make that out. So I'll be keeping my eye on the tip up. Plus, we're going to be heading back and forth today, in and out. I was recommended by a lovely lady to use a pink lure, so we'll be using a pink lure today, doing a little bit of jigging. Whew. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'm going to catch my breath, and I'm actually going to have a cigar to celebrate the fact that I just drilled through 2 feet of ice. So we have the tip up out there with the flag. If it goes off, we're all going to go running out there and see if we can hook up on a fish. Plus, every once in a while, we're going to head out and do a little bit of jigging and just relax, have some fun. It is an absolutely beautiful day. It's about 52 degrees here right now, which for a Canadian is kind of almost like summer. Poker Rossi's in the house. Good to see you, Crash. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Crash, 2 feet of freaking ice, man. So right now we've got a shiner minnow on a tip-up that we're using. Right touch, Nick and Mick. Good to see you guys. Yeah, that's a Canadian accent, Mid-South, I tell you. Luminary Shine Fishing. Good to see you. Alaskan Assassin. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, we got the tip-up out there with the shiner minnow, so I can watch the flag. I was just telling everyone it took me forever to drill through 2 feet of ice here. I had no idea there was going to be that much, or I would have went to my other spot, to be honest with you. So yeah, you see me peeking quite a bit. I don't have a ton of line on my tip-up, so I can't let the fish run forever. It'll pull my tip-up through the hole. But yes, if you see the flag go out, I'm going to go running. I'm going to Forrest Gump that shit. Mississippi accent. I don't think there's much ice in Mississippi right now. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. I am. Hey, Skipjack Cindy's in the house. Good to see you. The ice hole is complete. I'll give you a guided tour of my ice hole shortly. Just kicking back with a cigar. I was telling everyone I just drilled through 2 feet of ice to make it. So a lot more ice than I was expecting. I would have brought the adapter with my power drill if I would have known it was going to be that much ice. But I've got the tip up in there now so that we can, if it does go up, we can go running. And we're going to do a little bit of jigging and stuff, and we'll walk back and forth to the gazebo so I can read chat. I can't read squat out there. It is so bright. Nick and Mick, glad to see you guys got my little card and my stickers. Awesome. Mary Bruce is in the house. Good to see you, Mary. Everyone hold on to your pants. I know I put an extra belt on today, figuring Mary might show up. So yeah, we'll finish up this cigar and I'll give you guys a walk around. I'll show you guys the lake. I'll expose my ice hole to everybody. I'm beat, man. I'm getting too old for this stuff. I need to buy a power auger. And we'll try some different stuff. We're going to jig, we got a nice pink 6, which is my favorite ice fishing lure. And we're going to try some power bait grubs on teardrop jigs, see if we can jig up a perch or a crappie too. Mucky in by himself. Look at you, buddy. Nikki, good to see you, Nikki. I guess I could, while I'm in the gazebo chatting with you guys, I can show you around. So here's the lake that I'm on. We're in this gazebo on kind of an island in the middle of the lake. I'll give you guys a view of the lake over there. And there's a beach over in this area here. And what we're trying to do, you can see the shore on the far side. We're trying to cone the fish in between the shore and the island that we're on. The pike have to travel that channel, which means they're going to swim right past my minnow, and hopefully I'll be able to pull a toothy fish out of my ice hole. Ooh. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I need a nap. I'm okay. Did I lube my ice hole? I did not. It's above zero. It's 50 degrees here right now, so I'm just in a hoodie, actually. My jacket's laying over on the shore over there. Ooh. Other than that, yeah, that was quite the experience. So I'm not going to be able to chat for a minute, but let's go take a look at what we're dealing with here. No lube needed. Cindy went right in. Went in 2 feet, actually. So the original plan was actually to have 3 ice holes, which may sound inconvenient, but see, we're actually walking on the lake right now. All right. There we go. So we got the tip up down there. Got some of these shiners that I kept from the summertime. We'll actually clean our ice hole a little bit. Go. I'll get my jig. We'll bring that back to the gazebo with us, and we'll get that rigged up. And we're gonna have a little chat. Dad noises. Dad noises, guys. There we go. It is a really deep ice hole, fishing the mid-south. Lure King is still going. Yeah. All right. So we got our little ice fishing rig here. And this is my personal favorite ice fishing style of lure for pike. There we go. So we're going to be trying the 6 today. We're going to be jigging that as well. Yeah, they are awesome, Mucky. If you ever run out, let me know. I can send some over. That pole, itty bitty. That's a nice fishing pole, 32 inches. Pretty standard. Ugh. Now that I'm not auguring holes, the wind is feeling a little brisk, but that's okay. Feels good, actually. Hook, line, and plummets in the house. Good to see you, man. Zyro, good to see you, my friend. So we're keeping an eye on that tip up, see if that flag will go up. It does have a really nice looking shiner on it, and it's stank, which is normally a good thing. So if you guys ever wanted to see a 6'1", 220 pounds of Canadian run like Usain Bolt, well, you're in the wrong place, but I can run pretty fast if that tip up goes up. I can tell you what. I think I'm in, change that over to live chat. I'm in top chat. All messages. There we go. Zyro dropping the bubbles. No bubbles today. No bubbles coming out of my ice hole today, buddy. I mean, it's good that we got a lot of ice and I don't have to worry about walking around on it, but it's bad because that's just going to be that much longer until we get the thaw and I can do some regular fishing, which I'm totally freaking jonesing right now. Busby, good to see you, man. Yeah, we're more than safe. Let me get you a wrench, Busby. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. Good to see you. Yeah, no worries about safety today. We're on 2 feet of ice, so I'm gonna drove my truck out on this stuff. It's so thick. Mo Style, good to see you. Lawn chair fishing, that's the way to go, man. I miss that, Cindy. I mean, it's sort of like that. I got the tip up out there, right? So it's doing all the work. I don't have to cast or anything like that. I can just chill here in the gazebo, but holy smokes. Drilling through 2 feet of ice is not fun. Ugh. Oh boy. So I've only got about maybe 40 feet of line on the tip up because normally I'm out there on the ice with it, but if I go out there I can't read chat at all. So that's kind of why we're huddled up in here. Lisa, good to see you. 64 degrees, I believe it. It's about 52 here up here, so that sounds about right for Michigan. Oh man, actually feels good to catch my breath with you guys. Kenneth Bird, good to see you, man. Ben's Outdoors, good to see you. Only got the one. The plan was to have two. Two is the legal limit here. Actually, I was going to have three and have one just for jigging and be able to pull a line and jig. When I got there and started drilling with my hand auger, I had to drill through 2 feet of ice. And the ice actually is in, which happens sometimes, it's in 2 layers. So there's about one layer that's about, I don't know, maybe 10 inches deep. And then there's a gap of about, I don't know, 2-3 inches. And then like another foot almost of ice. My auger was right up to the point where it bends to be able to break through the hole. So that's the bad news. The good news is when I got the auger through and I was able to push through and jig a little bit, I had some weeds coming up, which is always a good sign when you're ice fishing for pike. That weeds come up in the hole means you're in the right spot, which I kind of know because this is one of the spots that I actually fish in the summertime. Ben, let me wrench you up. I've seen you around. We're fishing for Northern Pike today. Rusty, I missed you coming in, buddy. Good to see you. So the good thing is, even with one hole, we're allowed to use 2 rods at a time. So I can keep the minnow down there, and then I can bring this bad boy in, jig a little bit, kind of draw some attention and with some flash to the area, and hopefully bring in some fish that are traveling through. That's what happened last time I was out here ice fishing. Is we had wind out there, and the weather was terrible. I'm not even running my buddy heater today. I brought it with me, but I don't need it. It's warm enough. And that's what happened. Is we'd head out and we'd do a little jigging, and that's how I got the one last time. Phew. Driving and listening. That's a pretty good idea. Kill it and grill it. Don't be getting yourself in a crash over my ice hole. I am not. Would you? I've never run a minnow head on a 6, but that is not a terrible idea. I've got plenty of shiner minnows that I preserve from the fall. I could definitely run a minnow head if that would work better. Not something I've ever done. Busby, we're in about 8 feet of water. They love it there, Crash. I'll definitely try that. So these lures here, the 6s, I buy these off Amazon. The Rapalas are about $8, $9 a piece. I get them off Amazon for $20 for 4. And they're exactly the same. It's a tungsten. It's like a patterned tungsten weight. This is super, super heavy. Epic VR, we're fishing for Northern Pike. Do I salt my minnows? Yes, sometimes I salt them. These ones have, the ones that I have, I'll show you guys when we head back out to the ice. I put a little, so when I catch a Northern Pike and I keep it for eating, I keep some of the blood and I mix it with salt and water, and then I soak my minnows in it. And what I do is I'll freezer bag them, and I'll show you that later when we head out. I'd yell out "woo," but I'd lose what's left of my breath. I'm just still trying to catch it. Yeah, live bait across zones. Here it's pretty, the rules are pretty lax. There are certain bodies of water, certain lakes where they're marked that you can only use bait from that lake. The bait that I use, so the lake that I'm at is the 3rd lake in a chain of 3 lakes in like a river system. And it runs right past the creek runs right past my house where I trap them. So it's not I am actually, not that I have to, I am actually using bait from the same river system. So. Whew. to see you, Travis. The season's been good, Ben. Like if you looked at my community tab, I caught a couple. Well, I don't want to say monsters. Like my PB pike is 23 pounds. There is muskie in the lake here too, but good luck catching one of them through the ice. I've never done it, but it has been good. Like my average 4 or 5 hour trip will get me, at least 3 or 4 fish. There's a couple on my community tab that push the 8 to 10 pound range, so it's pretty nice fish. Been a decent year, enough to keep me interested anyway. Hey, Evan, good to see you, my friend. And the weird thing about this lake is almost nobody fishes it during the winter. It's right in the middle of a little town. And I don't know why nobody fishes it, because the road system, as you guys could see in the back, runs right up to the side of the lake. So, like I'm parked back here in an apartment complex parking lot, and I just walked right out on the ice like it was nothing. But regardless, it's just good to get out, man. Alice Adams, good to see you. Get Alice a wrench. I know Alice from the community. I do have my battery pack and such in case the phone starts to die. I don't think we're going to be out here forever. Probably my usual 3-4 hour fishing life. Then go home. Stocked up the beer fridge while I was in town, chill out. I have to keep looking over my shoulder for that flag to go up. You thought my ice hole would be bigger? We'll give you a tour of the ice hole, Cindy, shortly, now that I'm catching my breath and such. Awesome, Crash. I wish we had open water. So much, like the ordeal of actually drilling through when you've got this much ice kind of makes it a lot more difficult, right? That's why I miss the open water, just having a rod in the back of the truck. If you feel like it, you just pull over and away you go. Have a good one, Mucky. Or right, Mucky. I read night, Mucky. My bad. What's Pop? Good to see you, my friend. All right, so it's been a little bit. Let's give you guys a tour of the ice hole. Just keep in mind I can't read chat while we're doing this. So we're on this little kind of a private island here. So we're walking out on the ice right now, guys. So there's the old ice hole there. When that gets a bite, the little T thing is going to start spinning, which lets that flag raise up. And that tells you got a fish, and it's going to start running with your spool. And you got to get to it and set the hook by hand while you still can, before the fish runs out with your line. Leave you guys there for a second. So you guys mentioned the minnows. That's the salted shiners that we got there that we've been using. I will bring one of these back to the gazebo with us so I can cut it and tip the lure like you guys suggested. Not a bad suggestion. I've never tried it, but that doesn't mean it won't work. Bad noise. Always important to make sure you keep a clean ice hole. Just drop this bad boy down. do a little bit of jigging here and there. And who knows, if I get enough energy, I may even drill another hole. You ever want to see a guy move fast? If I hook up with the jigging rod, I'll be booting this tip up about 20 feet across the ice. All right, so that there is about the amount of water we're fishing in, guys, which is perfect for pike through the ice. We hook this up. We'll grab our minnow, or minnows, and I'm going to we'll walk back to the gazebo. I'll grab my knife on the way through so I can cut up a chunk of cut bait to put on the end. And we'll shoot the breeze for a bit. So in case you guys are wondering, that's where we're sitting, right there in that gazebo. It's gorgeous out here in the sun. Holy smokes. I wish I could read chat in the sun. I just stay out here. Oh, hang on guys, forgot my knife. Yak, yak, yak. So the ice was up to here where my hand is on the auger. So that goes to show you about a little over 2 feet of ice there. All right. Grab the knife. We're gonna tip up the crappie rig with some power bait maggots while we're at it too. Absolutely gorgeous out today though. All right. Yeah, it's like a crusty, sugary, powdery kind of snow. So Crash, so I like the pink ones, the pink maggots. I have never caught a fish on just them, but my last live I did from the ice, I caught one on one of these little teardrop jigs, and just feed the maggot up there like you'd put a twister grub on a hook. Same idea. All right. Phew. It's funny, I got to remember not to get lost in chatting with you guys and forget to keep an eye on that tip up. So, let's get the maggot set up first. That'll be the easiest. Put this guy aside. Hitch! What a legend. Good to see you, buddy. So let's get a maggot on this bad boy. The only bad thing about this, I'll use this one for crappies. This is like 2.5 pound monofilament, so get a pike on this guy. I can't really horse it up, especially if it's a good sized pike. Let's not count our chickens before they're hatched. How you feeling, Cindy? Hope you're feeling a little better. Cindy's not feeling well. Lumi's not feeling well. All the lovely ladies are sick today. Yeah. So all I do for the maggots on the teardrop crash is I rig them just like that. And then jig that. We'll put that back on the rod so that's ready to go. Last time I caught a pike on that little tiny thing, which I was only actually trying for crappie or cat or perch, sorry. I ended up with a pike, not a big one, it was around 2-3 pounds, but still a little tiny lure like that. Hey, Jose, good to see you, my friend. Hey, Rod, good to see you too, pal. Yes. But that, while that does look kind of far away for the tip up, that's not uncommon for ice fishing for guys to have tip ups that are like 20, 30 yards apart from each other, trying to cover more area. We kind of got the opposite strategy going here. Man, that stuff stinks. Oh well. Feel good now that I've caught my breath. It's nice cool breeze out here. Beautiful sunshine. 52 degrees. I think it's 52. Yeah. Awesome. The fish love it. I bet they do. So, either Crash or Ben, whoever's still here, how do you rig a minnow on the back of a 6? I've heard of it, and I've never done it. So I'm assuming we're going to use this hook off the back here, right? Because I've always just ever used these natural. Because I was actually thinking of hooking a tail if that works. So I'm going to rig this up the way I think, and you guys can tell me what you think of it. So actually, I should show you guys this, those that are interested in this kind of stuff. Typically, we have two kinds of minnows here. So that's a salted shiner minnow. Hey, Ken Bay, good to see you. So that is a regular salted chub minnow, actually. Sorry, not a shiner minnow. This one here is a shine. The big one, big ass one here is a salted shiner. And we've also got these are called mud minnows. These are actually dynamite because they actually, when you're using them as live bait, they stay alive like freaking forever. These things. Hey, freaking awesome's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. We're just about to dissect a dead minnow and put it on the hook. It came just in time. We've got a tip up out there with a full minnow on it. There we go. We'll take this guy off. Shaz, good to see you, girl. How's it going? We're ice fishing today. All right, let me cut the tail off this bad boy. Yeah, where was I? Yes. So what I'm going to do, man, that reeks. There we go. So what I essentially always wanted to try, and you guys, it's good. Things are good, Chaz. What I wanted to do was put a natural tail on the back of this, so that's kind of what I've rigged up there. So that should move around and be natural and provide some scent when I'm jigging it. All we need is the fish to swing by for a visit. So I showed you guys earlier when I was out there. I don't know how well you could see, but yeah, that's how I pack my minnows. So I pack them in the juice, which is blood, salt, and a little bit of water. Then I cryovac them with the vacuum sealer for winter, and I freeze them. So when I go ice fishing, I've got some. If you buy those things in like the package, the power bait, like a dozen of them is like 13, 14 bucks Canadian, and they don't work as well as natural. Plus, those can be cut into little pieces of cut bait and used for jigging perch and stuff like that. So, garden work done. Holy smokes, Shaz, I wish. My water's under 2 feet of ice and my garden's under 2 feet of snow. Oh. Welcome back, Ken. Thanks, Alice. Appreciate you. So, no movement on the tip up yet, which kind of sucks, but ice fishing is like that. It can go from crazy to boring to somewhere in between at like the drop of a hat, right? That's the thing with ice fishing. When you got to drill a 2-foot hole in the ice, it kind of stops you from switching spots too often, believe me. There you go, Mary. Get that kitchen cleaned up. Mary's been making chicken soup all day. Could go for a big bowl of chicken soup right about now, not gonna lie. Rain Girl, the legend. Good to see you. Remember how you guys were saying how your ice was starting to thaw out? We just drilled through 2 feet of it. So, I'm not going to catch anything sitting here talking to you guys. We'll take a walk back out. We'll do a little bit more jigging. And those that just came in can get a guided tour of my ice hole. Oh, dad noise. Dad noise. Plus, it's nice for me to get out here in the sun anyways. Yeah, it's definitely, the sun's getting pretty powerful. It's starting to slush up on top. Kind of work it up and down inside the ice hole. Our rod holder together so that we can leave the rod out here and not have to walk it back and forth. Next time we'll walk out, we're going to try the power bait grub. I should mention, although I already saw you guys connecting around, make sure you guys connect around some awesome fishing channels. Skipjack Cindy, Luminary Shine Fishing. Awesome content. Awesome that we all fish together in the same community, but different fishing styles, different types of fish. Not too much ice fishing down in Tennessee or over in Washington. Right. Make sure our tip up's still working good. freaking gorgeous day, guys. All right. I don't think we need anything from our tackle box. I think we're good there. Back to sitting on our butt and watching the tip-ups. Grab some snow and get this power bait stink off my hands while we're here. Whew. Hey, Pedro, you as well, my friend. Barbie, good to see you. Let me get Barbie a wrench. We can, Barbie, put tents over our ice hole if we'd like to. It is a beautiful sunny day out here. I just checked, it's 55 degrees. So yeah, I'm just walking around in a sweatshirt, so we don't really need the shelter. I've got my Mr. Buddy portable heater back in the duffel bag. Not going to bother firing it up. Maine wants a snow cone. I actually this morning put my maple syrup tops, my ones around the house, so I put them in. Maybe next time I'll make you some taffy. Yeah, it's warm here, Lila. It's freaking warm. Well, for this time of year, it's warm. I'm just walking around in a hoodie, right? $45. That's still nice, and for this time of year for here, I would take 45. It's nice and that's warm enough. I mean, the warmer the better. What time it is? Yeah, it's almost 2:30, so it's gonna start going down. Temperature start going down pretty soon. Barbie, the ice usually melts end of March. So we have 2 feet of ice we're fishing right now. So it'll be later than normal. Normally by like the first of April, it's pretty much gone. Poured rain in Michigan. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too. It's supposed to be really warm tomorrow. I think it's actually almost supposed to reach 60 degrees, if not higher. And it's supposed to rain. I'm kind of thinking that might put an end to the season. Not that it'll get through 2 feet of ice, but it gets to a point where you get so much rain and slush and crap on the ice that you're walking around in, 8 inches of slush and water. It makes for a really, really long day. Florida storm chasing. Good to see you. Yeah, you got her. She's boat time at that point. You can actually see, I don't know if you guys will be able to make it out. I did not participate, but if you look real close, you can probably see the pylons out there with the caution tape around it. So last weekend here in the village, they actually did the annual polar bear dip thing. Not for this guy. Brad, man, yep, we got a tip up out there. We got some. We've been walking back and forth, kind of doing a little jigging. Leave it rest for 5-10 minutes. Go back, jig for another few minutes, type of deal. D-Swick. There you go. Get you a wrench so you can connect around, my friend. Anthony, I missed Anthony in there somewhere. Trying to catch it. Even here in the gazebo, it's so bright that you guys can probably tell I'm squinting a little bit. Throw this piece of minnow out for the seagulls. So Brad, we are in Eastern Ontario, Canada. Good to see you, Anthony. Sorry I missed you coming in there. Marquette, holy smokes, you're a ways off from me. Yeah, Brad, I watch, let me get you a wrench, buddy. From one Brad to another. I watch, I don't know if you've ever seen Flutter Yo. She does some ice fishing in Wisconsin as well. And she was showing, I saw a picture from her community tab earlier that like she was kind of washed out, so. So remember to wash that knife off. It's covered in blood now. Yeah, I'm going half blind trying to read chat, and the sun is kind of dipping down on the west is directly that way, so behind the view you guys are facing east, which is where we're fishing. Yeah, that's going to be us. Next week, melting fast. Hey, fishing Ray, good to see you, buddy. Know you from around the town. But yeah. What do you guys think? Time for another jigging session? Maybe use the power bait, the power bait maggot with the teardrop. See if there's anything small around, any perch, maybe some crappie, who knows? Yeah, let's go for a walk. Kind of boring live if I just sit in the gazebo the whole time talking, waiting for those tip-ups to go off. Oh, it's so nice when you get out here in the sun, let me tell you. We're going to take the tip up out for a moment. We got weeds on the minnow. Always good to check. Always good to check. All right. Good opportunity emptying out the old ice hole a little. Nice cabbage though coming up out of the hole. That's always good. Whenever you ice fish, it's always good to find out that you're hovering over a weed bed. See if I can show you guys how thick this ice is. Yeah, the ice is actually deeper than the ladle. So we do have a ways to go before we're going to melt this stuff, that's for sure. We are starting to get robins and red-winged blackbirds coming out though, which is nice. That means spring's almost here. Just switch it up a little and then we'll switch back. We'll put the tip up back in and head back, have another chat, guys. Not gonna lie, that looks really good. If I was a pike, I'd be biting that right now. Yeah. That's good. I'll be able to see the tip up a lot better with that bucket not in the way too. Hillbilly's in the house. Good to see you. Bob, good to see you, buddy. Bit of a change of plans, Bob, today. Bob, if anyone can sympathize, it'll be anything. We have over 2 feet of ice out here. Yeah, I've heard that as well, Anthony. Over 2 feet of ice, man. It went almost right up to the bend in my auger. I came here specifically worried that my other spot wouldn't have enough ice. So I'll go here because I know we've had cold weather and stuff. And we ended up with friggin' 2 feet. So what was supposed to be a 2-hole adventure is a 1 ice hole adventure. Catch and cook. Well, we'll see, Barbie. The catch and the cook never usually happen in the same video, but maybe in the summertime or the spring, but it might be end up into a catch then cook. If that tip up goes up, that is. Release to the grease, my friend. Good to see you, man. If anybody does not have release to the grease, you need to connect. Awesome channel. Awesome family. Knuckle, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Release is absolutely awesome. He was out fishing last week with his little daughter and his mother, and his wife was in the chat. It was a total family affair. I absolutely loved it. One of the best lives that I've seen in a really, really long time. Just super chill, super relaxed. Make sure you hook up to Release. We got French's yellow mustard, part of the condiment crews in the house. I'm more of a Keen's hot mustard kind of guy, but you do you. Yeah, you won't regret that, Barbie. Awesome family channel. Kind of a good solid reminder, guys like Release or Bob from Anyfin, what YouTube's supposed to be all about, right? Good family fun, just people out there fishing. No drama, no nonsense, just fishing. Got this weird feeling my tip-up's going to go up soon. I don't know why. Hey, Karen, good to see you. Absolutely killer day though, man. It's so nice to get out of the house. I went through a period, maybe 2-3 weeks, where it was like too cold to even go out here fishing. I went out a couple of times, like where I brought my hut, but I'm kind of picky about my lives. in regards to being able to read the chat, right? So when it's too windy and it's too, I don't have a place like this that I can go to. Also, trying to set up a live and set up the hut and the amount of crap that you got to bring with you for ice fishing. I absolutely love ice fishing, and every year it comes around, I get super excited for it, and then I realize, it's the setup and the teardown and hauling the stuff, and I'm kind of at the point now I'm ready for some open water. I'm past the ice fishing. Hey, Tuesdays, which is the old joy-filled Jenny channel. It's really good to see you, Jenny. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. When the open water season comes, that's the time to really hit it, right? And the beauty around here, I could spend all day fishing, but the beauty around here is the pike bite. Like, pike is typically what I love to fish for. It's my favorite. Not walleye's my favorite eating, but pike are my favorite to go after. So you kind of get to the point where the pike bite really only starts at around 4 o'clock, 4:30. So, you can kind of wait, cruise out, chill out, watch the sunset, fish for pike, and then come home. Some good to eat, a couple beers. A couple 6 beers, as they say. I do release, if you actually look in my playlist, I actually did a live where I cooked some ginger ale battered pike fillets, which is essentially beer batter, but use ginger ale. It leaves a little bit of a ginger taste in the batter. Yeah, one of my favorites. I released that pike into the grease, my friend, let me tell you. It was damn good. Homemade fries and everything. I do, Barbie. This is one of the. I think you've seen some of my shorts and stuff, like with the sunset in the background. The sunset normally from those shorts is actually behind us to the west. I fish. There's a spot in the corner where there's actually a street light, where I can actually get maybe an extra half hour of fishing just because that street light's there. One of my favorite spots. Actually, one of my best ever lives, well, from a fishing standpoint, was there. And I was there 3 hours, and I reeled in 11 pike and a nice largemouth around 4 or 5 pounds. Yeah, we'll finish our little cigar here. One of my favorite ice fishing treats. We used to be able to, when you had a shack out here, you used to be able to bring a couple beers out with you, but they cracked down on it. Too many fist fights out on the ice. Not that there's anyone else around here, but some of the ice fishing villages, for those of you that have seen up Grumpy Old Man, it can get like that up here. So they just kind of made a blanket rule that, like, no more beer out on the ice, which kind of sucks, but some of the more industrious guys drill an extra hole in their shack for their beer. So if the cops or the game warden come around, they have their stringer down in the hole, and they just, boot the stringer off the side of the ice if they're stuck. Well, it's no different, Release. Like, if you've ever been bank fishing and people get excited if people get too close to you, or they get excited if someone casts over your line, which obviously you don't cast over anyone's line when you're ice fishing, but yeah, people get excited. They drill your holes are too close to our hole. It just gets stupid. I would say alcohol can bring out the best of or the worst of pretty much anybody. Awesome, Mary. Thanks for swinging by. Hope to see you again. We'll be live. I don't know what time it is. Is it 2:45? So we still got quite a bit of time left. If you come back, we'll be here. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing that tip up fly up right about now. Part of me wants to drill another hole, but I'm still tired from the last one. 2 feet of ice is a lot of ice to drill through. Hey, good for you, man. 15 years, that's awesome. That's a super good achievement, man. If that's something that affected your life and you made that decision to quit, good for you. Yeah, dude. Like some people, it affects differently. I do talk a lot about mental health and struggles and stuff like that on my channel. I like to be open with people. It's something I'm super supportive of. I'm very anti-bullying, pro mental health, and alcohol can really affect your life if you let it. It's not for everybody. Like anything else, anything in moderation. Certainly, there was times in my life where I had too much of it and I had to cut back. To be honest with you, so. And look at me now. I'm sitting on my own private island in the middle of a frozen lake. So there you go. Hey, Ed. Good to see you, man. No gold today, buddy. No gold today. If you're wondering why you don't see prospecting stuff from All Things Country this time of year, we just drilled through 2 feet of ice just to get a line in the water. Of course, Ed being from Ohio knows what cold is too. It's not exactly the warmest state in the Union. Javizo, good to see you. Still Florida from the last time? You should. If not today, definitely Monday. Because I know I sent yours out with a bunch of others. Cindy got her package sent the same day, and she's in Tennessee, but she only just recently got it, so it's not like you're that far behind. Worst case comes to worst, man, just fire me off an email later and we'll make sure it gets to you. Yeah, no ice, Ed, eh? I'd imagine. I'm seeing a lot of that. Hey, King Killer, good to see you. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that. Even down in Wisconsin, the ice is out. And like I said, we're at 2 feet here. We're gonna give it a 2 minutes there. We'll head out and jig. And then I might come back and we might try out the secret weapon. Was a troll. You guys have wrenches, so those of you that have been with my channel enough know that I kind of pride myself in having a really friendly chat. My rule is if you read somebody's message, guys, I do trust you. If you read somebody's message and they're like not redeemable as a human being, give them about 10 seconds to like, subscribe, and then feel free to delete the message. And time people out. I do go through my blocked users every once in a while. So the mini mains are home. No worries, Lila. Free weekend vacation. You deleted them? Guess it really depends on where that weekend vacation is to, and what the. Nothing in life is free. I'm sure there's a cost in there somewhere. Gotcha, Nikki. Gotcha. No need to expand on that. Eesh. So, King Killa, I am sitting on a little island in the middle of the lake. So there's a gazebo here that people can visit with their canoe or their boat, and our tip-ups are right over there. I'll walk you guys out in a minute. Hey, Rick Bob, I am in Eastern Ontario, Canada. There's 2 feet of ice out here. I'm not too worried about it. I actually took off my ice picks, my safety picks, because at this point, 2 feet of ice, I'm not worried whatsoever. Yeah, all good, Nikki. No worries. Hey, love back at you from Canada, my friend. We're Northern Pike fishing, Rick Bob. And they're not cooperating right now, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's the thing, Lila. Like, typically, I try not to have... like, if I'm fishing in the Great Lakes or something, I might drive the truck out there on 2 feet of ice, but for something like this, if I can walk it fairly easily, it kind of sucks lugging a 70-pound duffel bag over your shoulder. But I'd rather not ruin my day putting the truck through the ice, that's for sure. Mom and Sons, good to see you, Tammy. I bet the ice roads are still going strong. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to head out. We're going to do a little bit of jigging. We'll pull the tip up. And I might put the secret weapon on. We almost need an extender today, actually, for the auger. I was almost right up to the bend. You tell him, Lila. Come on, fish. If there's birds out here, I could tell them to shut up, but I don't see any. Yeah, I can see all the kidlets coming home from school walking down the road. Yeah, the small sled works good, Rick Bob. I tend to bring I bring one out when I bring my shack with me. And then I just throw the duffel bag in the sled type of deal. We'll wrench you up there, Rick Bob. You seem human. Human's good. Yeah, definitely an Anthony J voice. Shut up, birds. Tighten it up. I want to hustle for a flag, King. I'd love to show you one. It's quite a ways out there, and I'd be grabbing you guys with me. You ever wanted to see a Canadian sweat maple syrup? You might get your chance today. Yeah, all right. We're going to switch into jigging mode. Let's head out there, and then we're going to tie up something different on the rigs. Grab the old fishing knife. Oh. God, it's just gorgeous out here. You guys could probably hear all the slush on the water right now. God, man. I wish I could read chat out here. I'd just stay. Right. You guys aren't angled all that well. There we go. What we really need around here is a bait shop so I can get some live minnows instead of these dead ones, but it is what it is. Toss the tip up aside and try jigging both rigs for a bit. Definitely going to be a drill pout, lithium ion, or gas auger on next year's wish list. All right. So bring this back to the gazebo and we're going to tie up the secret weapon. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. All right. The lovely lady told me pink was the hot color today, so we're going to go with pink. There we go. Nothing yet, Cowboy Joe. Good to see you, buddy. I'll get Joe a wrench. I know Joe. Attaboy, Bob. So we're going to try something a little different. These were actually recommended to me. So I bought some, and they're not cheap, but apparently you can. We're going to switch over to the Gulp Power Minnows. So I was told you can actually dead stick these things. So we'll be able to just use one rig. We'll get rid of the tip ups, but I'll have to keep my eye on the end of the rod from back here. So we'll be able to go out and jig a little bit, and then we can just leave it there and dead stick it for a while. Hey, Melithian, good to see you. Fish aren't eating anything yet, from what I can tell. Let me tell you what. All right. And for once in my life, I'm actually going to attempt to cut the power bait package properly so I can actually use the reusable seal. Usually when I fish, I have very little. I get so excited to be out fishing that I don't. I just rip the package open, right, and then everything dries out. So. That's it, D. You got her, buddy. It's kind of it's the way it works in the summertime, spring, summer, fall, whatever. I pretty much rarely, if ever, get skunked. Skunking is more of an ice fishing thing for me because you can't run around and switch spots and, So, hey, there's nothing here. Walk down the bank, flipping a spinnerbait around type of deal. I'm with you, Melithian. We're hoping for the best here. And these have like that. Whew. It's got like a pungent fish juice stuff in it. Juice flying off of that. So it's kind of, you want to keep all that stuff. Actually, you know what? That actually worked. I'm impressed. But yeah, you can kind of make out it's got like an oil in there. Ooh, yummy. You got her, Louie. I don't really care because I ain't eating it. Do. All right, that's going to be the new jigging apparatus. Take a bite of it? Not happening. Sorry, man. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, next time we go out, we'll jig that around. In fact, what I might do is run, since you can dead stick that, I might run that along since we've only got the one hole, I might run that, I'll jig it, and then I'll dead stick it in the same hole. We can run 2 rigs. I've got the rod holder out there, so we may as well, right? Well, there you go. It's one of those things too, right? Kind of the myth becomes the legend, right? Where, well, I sprayed this stuff on. I don't know if it really worked, but I caught some, so it must have worked. I hear you. Nibble, nibble. There's also a good chance if I get one on, if I've got 2 rods down the hole, that I'm going to tangle myself and I'll be fighting my own tip up, but it's still worth it if we can get a fish out of it. In fact, you know what? We got it tied up. Why don't we head out right now and try it? And then we can leave it dead sticking in the hole if we have to. Procure? Yeah, especially for a carp. I mean, carp are such a bite by scent fish, carp and cats, right? As compared to pike is more of a they're way more aggressive, pike, but it certainly doesn't hurt. So, we'll give her a shot, right? WD-40 I have actually. So all of my lures, I constantly because not only is WD-40 made from fish oil, right, which actually works. It actually helps to keep your hooks from rusting, keeps your hooks sharp too, right? Washington Fishing's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Thomas, good to see you as well. Welcome to Canada, from all the way from Germany. Good to see you. Yeah, with the WD-40, I don't know 100. Again, like you said earlier, I don't know if it actually does anything as far as attracting the fish, but I feel at least it won't. The smell won't repel the fish, right? As if instead of using something else to keep your tackle from rusting, type of deal. Yost, greetings from Canada. Let's go out and give this a jig, see what happens. The worst thing that can happen is nothing, right? Got the greatest view going. There we go. You know, people, I mean, this is Canada. I got people slowing down on the road. You think no one has seen anybody ice fish before? Someone needs to be doing a fish dance for me out there. All right. So what we're gonna do, we put that in the rod holder. We'll dead stick that. Grab the tip up here. We'll reel up a couple times on the tip up, just to give it a bit of a different presentation, so both of them are at different levels in the water. And then we're going to head back to the gazebo and pray to the fish gods. I have to keep a really close eye on the top of that tip up, though. Mind you, that rod holder will keep it from going down the hole, at least. In theory, anyways. Beautiful out there. PA Brew News, Paul. Good to see you, buddy. It is my ice hole is absolutely spotless, my friend. I take great pride in having a clean ice hole. Squirrel, good to see you. Not well, if I'm being honest with you. We haven't had anything bite yet, or haven't had a tip up go up. It is a bit early, so we'll see. We'll see as the day progresses. But yeah, so far no good. But you know what? I'm strangely okay with that, man. I've been cooped up in the house for over a month now, so just being able to get out, it's a gorgeous day. $55 degrees now. It's actually going up. I mean, we're in a decent spot. We got a nice little channel in between this island and the shore. You know, the minnows are out there, the bait's out there, natural presentation. Going back and forth, doing some jigging. I mean, we're doing all the right things. Go for pike, Lynn. Good to see you, by the way. Don't run so fast that I'd fall. You got that, D. I like you, man. Absolutely. A day out fishing is better than a day at work, and it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous out here. And it's crazy, too, the amount of snow that's melted in the last 2 weeks with some of the warmer weather that we've had. I've got to come out here and see that. Like last week, I would have had to climb a massive snowbank just to get on here, so that's a win. And the good thing with both the setups that we have out here, we are using circle hooks. So the fish, if we do get one on, it's not a huge mad rush to get out there. I'm more concerned about the rod, the setup that's on the rod. I'm not too concerned about. It's not going in or anything, and it's a good solid, high quality rod. I'm more concerned about the tip up because it doesn't have a whole ton of line on it. So we'll see. Can't believe it's frozen over, Squirrel. We got 2 feet of ice here right now. So you know what? You know the ladle you use to scoop to clean your ice hole. It actually normally I have a thing on it that'll hook to the bottom so you can measure. I can't measure it because the ladle goes all the way into the hole. So it's over a little over 2 feet of ice right now. Lyndon, this is Ontario, Eastern Ontario. Probably about, we're about half an hour from the Quebec border, actually. Half an hour from the Quebec border and about half an hour from the US border, give or take. No snow. A lot of people have lost their snow. We've started here. Like you can kind of see the little island where I'm on where the snow has started to kind of give way. Right? But yeah. No, way far away from PEI. PEI is way, it's like the easternmost part of Canada. But yeah, I mean, all sign, this is the same spot I caught 12 pike in 3 hours, in the fall. So, and we are in a good spot. We got everything going for us. It's about, it's 8 feet of water, but 2 feet of ice. So about 6 feet of water. Did everything right. We put the jig down. We pulled up weeds, which means we're in a decent spot for fish. Yeah, we're a long ways from there, D. Long ways, actually. Actually, haven't been up that way in years. That Loomy calling in the fish for me. Atta girl. Not too worried about it. Being cooped up in the houses for so long, it's just nice to get some fresh air and not have to wear 15 layers and freeze your hands off. We are going to be out for what? How long have we been out for? Almost 2 hours. Yes, hibernation is over. I'm half debating on drilling another hole. But the first one sucked so bad, I don't want to have to do it again. You know what? The hell with it. Let's have I'm gonna have a cigar. I'm gonna enjoy that, and we can chat. And you guys are, great group of people in here as always. I always appreciate, how laid back the chat is. So I'm sure you guys want a better chance at catching a fish too. So I can actually bring you guys. We'll chill out. We'll have a cigar. Then I'll bring you guys out on the ice. I'll damn near kill myself trying to drill another hole. I'll show you how, and you'll get to see how thick it is, and we can watch the tip up at the same time, and you guys can chat amongst yourselves. You don't need me to keep you occupied. I mean, we're only allowed 2 rods in use at a time here, and having them down the same hole is not exactly maximizing our chances, so to speak. So, Brenton, good to see you. Yeah, we're smoking, and every once in a while I like to have cigars, especially on the weekend. I actually quit smoking altogether, and I'm kind of back to just, a few cigars here and there on the weekend, or when ice fishing, so. Cowboy Joe. Slab, good to see you, bouncer. I'm gonna have a smoke and then I'm gonna turn myself a new ice hole. Mama Cookie, good to see you. Yeah, so ice fishing, but we're actually allowed 2 rods. But having them both, I'm sure you're aware, having them both down the same hole is not the most optimum setup. It's just kind of 2 feet of ice with a hand auger is not fun. But you guys, we'll go out. We'll drill another one. Smoky treats. Fishing for pike, bouncer. I cannot believe there was 2 feet of ice out there. I cannot believe it. Having this warm, we've had a couple of warm days. I walked out on here gingerly. Like I had the spikes on, I had the whole 9 yards, and like, you know, when I took my first step on that ice, I was like, hee. And then I was okay, managed to get across. Came back, went to drill a hole, and it just kept going. You guys will see how deep the auger goes in. It's crazy. As long as it's not trout. I've actually got trilene on one of the rods, bouncer. Of course, none of the rods have caught anything, so take that for what it's worth. Peter Coops, good to see you. The Tony Native, good to see you as well, man. I know you from the other day. Feel free to connect around, my friend. That's why I sold at Walmart. You got her. And when Walmart's done with it, sometimes the Dollar General. No, without your professional touch, bouncer? All right, we got 2 hours left. Let's drag ourselves out there. Always best to smoke a nice cigar before you're going to exert yourself with a hand auger. Now, if that tip up goes up, one of you guys yell at me, all right? Dad noises. Don't get excited, we're not through yet. Still not through. Phew. Hey, somebody dial 911, and if I fall over, dial 1 again. There you go. I'm gonna throw a minnow on this guy. That absolutely stinks. Phew. All right. have some grass coming up in the hole. That's a good sign. Union mandated break time. Holy smokes, guys. Chaos. Good to see you, my friend. Easy Reels. Good to see you. Here, as you get you a wrench while I'm cooling down. So you're gonna move over a little bit. You get a better view of my tip ups. Hey, locked up. Good to see you, lad. Yeah, it's still over 2 feet. Yeah, oxygen, no doubt, Mary. Union fishing, you got her. But yeah, I don't know how much of that everybody saw, but that's, yeah, well over 2 feet of ice. Cooler of gizzards, holy smokes. Mrs. Hitch, good to see you. Breeze is picking up a little, which actually feels good right about now. We're going after Northern Pike, Chaos. My favorite too, man. When they bite the bastards. But, you know, we did our best. We're doing everything we legally can. Now we got 2 holes out, two shiner minnows. I'm going to tip up one on a rod. We got a rod rod ready for jigging that we head out there every once in a while and jig around. So we're doing what we can. But yeah, I don't know how. I don't have much auger left. I would have had to. Any more ice, I'd have to put an extension on the auger, which means I wouldn't be ice fishing. So. Yeah. When I do go, I go up near Shelter Valley, Coburg area. Haven't been in years. Can't stand the crowds. Steelhead fishing is just not my bag. That's it, Izzy. That's the beauty of YouTube, I guess, eh? Hard to believe a month from now this will be open. I mean, we're starting to get, I'm sure you guys could make it out when we were out there, pools of open water as it is. So a few days like this and it really starts to go. And when it starts to go, it goes fast. But it's really just now starting a little, so. I am. Chaos, we're on a small lake. It's part of a chain of lakes. This is the one that happens to be in the town because it's the easiest to access in the winter. But yeah, 3 lakes. There is a small shot at a muskie in here as well. But considering I haven't been able to catch a pike, I'm not going to get too excited about a shot at muskie. But it is what it is. Like I keep saying, beats sitting at home. Nice to get out after being cooped up for a month in really cold weather. There was a period a couple of weeks ago where we actually got 5 feet of snow in a matter of 3 days. So I'll take this any day. Guy behind me just did a U-turn. Anyone get his license plate? Minnesota, Chaos? You guys get pretty brutal winters too, don't you? I always thought Minnesota had some pretty bad winters. I could be wrong. Yeah, some of you that are new here, I should give you a look around. So this is the side of the lake. We're on like a little island here, and where the lines are out is a channel in between the far shore and this island. So it kind of, in theory, funnels the fish in. It's dynamite spot to fish in the summertime. But we're at the far east end of the lake, and the lake here actually wraps around the corner there and goes back quite a ways. And then there's like a river system up to the next lake. The small creek / river system is actually really, really good for bullhead in the summertime. 5 feet. Mine's was over 4. My muskie was 53, but fat. A lot of things with pike too. Like I've caught some pretty long pike that were like skinny. I got one on my community tab actually that was only about 10 pounds, and it was about a 3-footer. And it was a slab, like it was a chunker. I couldn't get my 2 hands around the middle of it. And believe it or not, it was caught in the exact same spot we're fishing right now, so go figure. Nothing out of the ice hole yet, Cindy. You just missed me. You just actually missed me tearing myself a new ice hole. Troubled one. Good to see you, buddy. Just chilling out, doing a bit of ice fishing today. Yeah, they get pretty big around here. The nice thing with pike, like a lot of times the fish in Canada, like the ones that are bigger are older because we freeze over. And, our bass don't get as big as, like our largemouth here. A big largemouth here is 8 to 10 pounds because they get lethargic in the wintertime. So they don't feed all winter. They feed a little, but not like they do in the summertime. Adam, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, same deal here, Chaos. Like they don't grow into those great big hogs because they don't feed all year round. Let's see how we're doing battery-wise here. 41%, not bad. Purple pay dirt. That must be different. Oh. 22-pound largemouth. That's a monster. 26 pounds over there? Yeah. I've seen some pretty big ones, especially muskie. I've seen some monsters. I was in Alberta, and it wasn't me that caught it, but I saw a guy catch a pike, and it was pushing 30 pounds. Yeah, so the way it works up here, Lud, is like this lake is actually fairly small, but being part of a bigger system, the large lake is like I think it's about 4 miles long. It's a really big lake. So it's all kind of part of the same system, so the fish can travel back and forth. Um, the further I will say, the further away you get from the big lake, which we're pretty much as far away as you can get from it right now, um, it lowers your chance of catching a muskie. Yeah, there's some big pike down in Minnesota, that's for sure. Be happy just to catch a hammer handle right now, to be honest with you. Well, I say we should wander out and do a little bit of jigging. It's nice to sit and enjoy the nice weather, but we're not. See if we can drum up a little bit of action would be even better, right? I don't know if Bouncer's still around, but we got the trilene rod, so if we do hook up and a line breaks, I'm blaming Bouncer. Nothing there. So nice out here in the sun. I really wish I could read chat when I was out here. Tomcat Josh is in the house. Welcome back, Mandy. Good to see you again. We're pitching a skunk right now. That's all right. See if I missed anything important. What time is it? Come on. Geez, man, 4:15 already. I'm still tired from drilling out that last hole. All right, legends, I'll be right back. Let's see if I can get you a view of the tip-ups. I'm going to run down and grab my duffel bag and some of my crap and get everything. We're not ready to leave yet, but I'm going to get everything started to pack up so we can just worry about the fishing and the chat. See if I can get you guys a better view than that. Usher here, I'll bring you out with me. I can't read chat while I'm going, but... you guys can watch the tip-ups for me. This is the worst part of ice fishing. Is all the kit you gotta pack up. Can't believe none of these are going down, guys. Oh well. All right, let's see if we can jig up some business, folks. Nothing. Man. Not looking good, guys. What time do we got here? I guess we'll go hang out in the gazebo a bit more. But do apologize. Not the most entertaining live I've ever done, that's for sure, fish-wise anyways. But it's a beautiful day, and it's great to have you guys with me, that's for sure. Ugh. I think I'm putting the miles on today, just walking back and forth to the rigs. So we got another, normally my lives go for 3 hours, so we got another few minutes, so there's still a little bit of hope. But she's fading fast. Whew. Tara, good to see you. Jealous of the snow and ice. You can have it right about now, that's for sure. Ugh. Look at all these minnows looking for a place to happen. What time we got? Yeah, we go for another couple minutes and that'll be it. I'm being honest, it's almost supper time and I got beer in the back of the truck and I'm getting hungry. Kind of sucks to be cooped up in the house for a month. Come out and get skunked, but it is what it is. Lord, give this man a fish. Beer o'clock, you got her, pal. They say fishing in an east wind is not good, but you wouldn't think that would impact a lake that's covered completely in ice. Catch my breath, catch up, read some chat. Can't exactly say that I feel defeated in that, I got out here and it's 50 some degrees for the first time since like November. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight, that's for sure. What do we got watching now? All right, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna start packing up. We'll leave the tip-ups out, but I'm sure someone else who might catch something is live right now. It was worth a try. It was great having all of you with me today. Appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, guys. Like I said, I'm going to pack up. Have something good to eat. Have something good to drink. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of each other. Cheers, guys. We're going to catch you on the next adventure. And I think the next adventure, well, this Sunday I'll be sluicing for gold, but I'm pretty sure the next live fishing adventure is going to be an open water one because I'm walking through slush when I'm going back and forth there. So take care, guys. Peace. And I'll catch you on the next one.